From Careco TV, one of the longest-running outdoor programs on television today. Exploring the country and the coast in search of adventure. From the mountains of the Great Northwest to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean, this is Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin. Every year, when the dog days of summer are behind us and the first chill of winter is in the air, hunters and sportsmen dust off their camo and head to the field. For some, it's about the camaraderie of deer camp. For others, it's a chance to get away and maybe put some meat in the freezer. This week on Americana Outdoors, we're going to look in on a couple of great whitetail hunts. We'll join country music's Justin Moore in the field as he seeks a little downtime from his busy touring schedule. But first, we'll catch up with our friends from HAVA, who are doing some great things for our wounded warriors.
Our mission is to raise awareness and help with the healing process for disabled veterans and active duty military.
A portion of that is to show them that regardless of what injuries they may have endured while in the military, they're still able to participate in the activities that they loved and enjoyed even prior to joining the armed forces.
Over the past few years, HAVA and Rock Canyon Ranch have teamed up, offering fully guided hunts for a handful of returning soldiers. This is one of our favorite events, and the folks at Rock Canyon Ranch go out of their way to make this a memorable week for everyone involved.
Seeing these guys come out, especially the guys that hadn't hunted much or first time in the outdoors, man, just watching them take it all in, you know, it kind of puts a little perspective on what we do and the outdoors. I mean, you know, it kind of builds a fire back in you.
You know, it's actually probably one of the more rewarding things I've ever done in my life, to take these guys who feel like they've got some serious disabilities, and oftentimes they do. They have some serious physical and emotional stuff that they're dealing with, and it's pretty tough sometimes for them to find a bright spot in what they're doing in their recovery. And the outdoors is a great place to find that bright spot and to share it with them. I'm pretty blessed to be here.
The Honored American Veterans of Field program's ultimate goal is to reinstall confidence and a sense of normalcy to those who have served. And this week, we're proud to be in the field with Daniel Romero.
HAVA is a great organization. They've been doing a lot for us. And they had a day event of shooting in San Antonio. We went out there, shot all day, different weapons, all that stuff. And at the end of the day, they did drawings, gave out some stuff, and one of the things that they gave out was this trip. And I won, so I'm here.
Daniel is a young man who was injured en route to Afghanistan and has always had a lifelong desire to hunt, and unfortunately never been able to accomplish that goal, and won this hunt last week at an event that HAVA did in San Antonio, and here we are.
I got no words for it. I got no words. It's amazing. I had no idea this place was so huge. You know, it's amazing. Big place, a lot of animals, you know.
To learn more about the Honored American Veterans of Field and the variety of programs they support, look them up online at hava.org. Coming up, we'll continue our whitetail hunt with Daniel from the Rock Canyon Ranch. And later, we'll catch up with country music star Justin Moore. Get ready for hunting season at Cabela's. They've got everything you need to stay warm and dry when you're in the field. Like the Cabela's 7-in-1 Parka, available in 3 camo patterns. You can find it online at cabela's.com.
Get lost in the hunt, not the wilderness. Hunt with Garmin.
My passion is rim fires. Which is why I hold the spot-on advantage. And there are a million more like me, using spot-on to build confidence when shooting farther with more precision than ever before. The next generation of shooting accuracy has arrived. Join us.
Americana Outdoors is presented to you by Garmin, the power of simple. By Cabela's, it's in your nature. And by Amphibia Performance Floating Eye Gear. Welcome back to Rock Canyon Ranch and our hunt with wounded warrior Daniel Romero. With the first day's hunt behind them, everybody settled in for a little downtime. You know, many of us take moments like this for granted. Good times shared with friends, waiting for the sun to rise on the next hunt, but for some, the ravages of war weigh heavy.
You know, my goal and the goal of our organization is really to allow them to challenge their injuries or their disabilities and to experience the outdoors and everything it has to offer, and to be successful and to give them an experience that they may or may not have had without HAVA and without the shooting industry, and to help them build some confidence and recognize that whatever the injury is, they're still capable of great things if they choose to pursue them.
Back in the field, we're sitting in a blind with Daniel, who prior to this has never had the opportunity to hunt. And so on his second day of field, his guide Tino gave the go-ahead to harvest a doe as part of the ranch management program.
I've waited 34 years to do this. And it's just the beginning. Yes, sir. This is outstanding.
I hit bottom. I hit bottom. I didn't want to go on no more, you know. You get stuck in this place, this darkness where you don't want to come out. You pull away from family. You isolate yourself from people, and you need this. You need this kind of stuff, you know.
Daniel and Tino spent the next couple days moving from blind to blind. The weather is still a bit warm here in West Texas, and much of the deer movement is happening at night. But there's a big population of whitetail in this part of the world, and it's only a matter of time.
We're gonna sit up on the sendero here. We got two senderos, and we got a water trough right in the middle. We're gonna see if we can get anything that crossways on us here, and we'll see what happens.
Now, after settling into the blind, it wasn't long before a mature 8-point walked into the field. This was the moment Daniel has been waiting for.
You like that deer, Danny? Yeah. All right, there he goes. I got a shot. All right, take it off safety, buddy. Squeeze the trigger, nice and easy.
Ken told me on the first day, you know, this is where you put the bullet. And they showed me, and that's what I had in my mind the whole time I was going to see it. I was like, please be there, please be there. And sure enough, there he was.
I saw him come up this way. Good job, buddy. You hit him hard, man. Good job. Nice shot.
I'm very fortunate I got to do this hunt with Danny. You know, I'm very glad. I consider it a very, very big honor to do something like this for somebody that served for us and have a, you know, try to show them a great time and show them how much we appreciate it and everything. Just feels really great inside.
What HAVA and Rock Canyon Ranch did for me today, it's got no words.
He's up. Congratulations, bud. Get that shot.
Here, let me see that bad boy for you. Go grab that booger. He's heavy. Little nerves. What do you think?
Skill, man. This is outstanding, man. This is freaking awesome.
I can't take back what happened. But these 4 days, man, have showed me that if I can do this in 4 days, you know, I got my whole life in front of me now. And I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, man.
Help make a difference in the lives of our wounded warriors. You can find out more about the honored American veterans afield at HAVA.org. With programs around the country, we encourage you to find the chapter in your area and lend a hand. Coming up, we'll go in the field with country music's rising star, Justin Moore. Visit AmericanaOutdoors.com and register to win. We've got gear from our sponsors and we're giving it all away. We're also giving away fishing trips and hunts of a lifetime. Check out AmericanaOutdoors.com for all the details and deadlines. Unlike farmers, hunters usually only get to plow and plant their food plots on weekends. So the #1 complaint is that the plot didn't come up or the stand was thin. Delta Ag has developed a 3-step process that focuses on the soil, seed, and plant. And after many years of real-life situations, Delta Ag has found this concept to be a solid foundation to build crop performance from the ground up. For more information, visit our website at seedcoat.com or see your local dealer.
Julie Golaski, Smith & Wesson Consumer Program Manager and World Champion Shooter.
Joe Zanetti, Smith & Wesson Finishing Specialist and lifelong hunter.
Jim Dalton, Smith & Wesson Master Gunsmith. I shoot competitively, and so does my son.
Our people, our products, our passion. Smith & Wesson.
When's the last time you shot all these animals with the same rifle? Now you can do it for real. The Dimension bolt-action platform is the most advanced bolt-action rifle ever made. It shoots multiple calibers just by changing components and guarantees minute of angle accuracy. It's time to change the way you think about bolt-action rifles. The new Dimension bolt-action platform from Thompson Center.
Hunting isn't what we do, it's who we are. And the animals we hunt aren't the same as they were 1,000 years ago. They've evolved, they're smarter, but so are we. I believe that we as hunters must always strive to be better. And Stealth Cam makes me a better hunter. What do you believe?
Americana Outdoors presented by Garmin is also brought to you by Yamaha, Real World Tough, by Nikon Sport Optics, and by Thompson Center Arms, America's master gunmaker. West Texas. It typically rains less than 10 inches a year out here, but a winter storm that dumped snow all over the southern Rockies has withered and turned to rain. Some blessings occur at the most inconvenient times. With us is one of Nashville's rising stars, Justin Moore. Now, besides music, his passion has always been for the outdoors. He grew up fishing and hunting, and despite his busy schedule, Justin still makes time to get into the field a couple of times a year.
Man, we're in South Texas here and at Rock Canyon Ranch, and I'm gonna try to kill a big whitetail, man. Growing up in Arkansas, I've killed a ton of deer and hunted my whole life, but I've never killed one that I thought was worthy of living on the wall. So we're going to try to kill a nice trophy whitetail.
Justin credits his love for the outdoors to his grandfather, and it's a tradition he's proud to continue.
You know, I grew up in duck country in Arkansas and enjoyed duck hunting, but I've always just loved deer hunting more than anything. And growing up where I did, there's a lot of deer and there's some good deer, but there's not a ton of, you know, trophy bucks. And I've killed a lot of 8 points, 7 points, you know, the smaller ones, but I've just never, as of yet, been fortunate enough to kill a monster. So that's kind of what keeps driving me to go out there and try so I can do it. Pretty close.
About 3/4 of an inch low.
Could be me.
Left and right's good, just a little low.
Late in the afternoon, under cold and rainy conditions, Justin and Wade Middleton headed out. Though not ideal hunting weather, you learn to make the best out of what you have.
You know, like I said, I've had less time to hunt this year than I've ever had, so I'm going to take full advantage. I told my wife when I left, I said, well, I might come back with 3 or 4 things. Might spend a little bit of my Christmas bonus out here.
It's fun.
It's a little dark today with the weather. It's cloudy and it was a little foggy, and so can't see as far as what we probably will be able to in the next day or so. But I think we're going to get out there in a ground blind and try to see what we can come up with. It's totally different, man, than where I grew up. You know, just the land is totally different with the terrain and the hill country, and it's beautiful in its own right. It's really cool for me to see, and that's one thing that I've enjoyed over the years, getting to go do some different hunts, whether it be elk or deer or turkey or whatever, is get to see how different it is from one region of the country to the other, and this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
It was a short sit on this first hunt. They had a number of young bucks and does under a feeder, but the area's dominant bucks were not making themselves available. The high winds had the deer a little spooky, and we're still not sure what it was they saw, but something in the woods behind them scattered everything from the field. Seizing an opportunity to get out of the weather, Justin and Wade packed it in and headed back to the lodge. Coming up, more from our whitetail hunt with Justin Moore at Rock Canyon Ranch. It's time to gear up for hunting season, and there's no place like Cabela's to find everything you'll need. From Danner's complete line of hunting boots to a set of Nikon Monarch binoculars, you can find it all online at Cabela's.com. We'll be right back with more Americana Outdoors.
It's for those who get up early on weekends and those who'd rather rough it than take it easy. It's for those who know it's not just a sport, but a way of life. The new Food Saver Game Saver vacuum sealing system keeps food fresh up to 5 times longer with a rugged design and 12-volt adapter cord for easy use in the field, ensuring your game and fish is fresh when you need it. The Food Saver Game Saver vacuum sealing system. Fielded fresh, sealed fresh.
Now, when it comes to wildlife management products and services related to raising big whitetails, you don't have to look any further than Mummies Incorporated. Located in South Texas, Mummies has been the leader in wildlife management products for over 20 years and know what products it takes to get the job done right. We're the largest independent dealer of Purina's Antler Max line of deer feeds, in addition to our famous brand of Mummy's deer corn that's utilized on ranches all across South Texas. We have a wildlife specialist on staff to answer your deer management questions and help you out with your deer program. At Mummy's, you're a part of the wildlife family and not just a customer.
We try to be here for more than just some place to stop and pick up feed. We're here to answer anybody's questions and any kind of wildlife-related instances.
Before you make your next purchase of any wildlife-related items, be sure to check out our website at www.mummysinc.com to see how we can help you out.
This is where 10 Point was born. Before there was a factory or a business plan, Rick Bednar and his dad Bill started this company with a shared focus. 10 Point remains the industry standard for quality and performance. Rick and his sons are making sure of that.
If I wouldn't shoulder it, we wouldn't build it.
10 Point crossbows. There is no substitute.
Americana Outdoors presented by Garmin is also brought to you in part by Deltag Formulations, Biostimulants and Micronutrients, by StealthCam Digital Scouting Cameras, and by Smith & Wesson, made in the USA since 1852. Welcome back to Americana Outdoors from the comfy digs at the Rock Canyon Ranch in West Texas's Val Verde County. We're hunting whitetails with country music singer Justin Moore. It's his first hunt in Texas, and we're hoping to put him on a big one. The first afternoon in the field was less than hoped for. High winds and rain kept the bigger bucks tucked away. The hunters called it a day and headed in. With a brand new album coming out and the first single already climbing the charts, this is Justin's last breather before hitting the road.
I've been playing music for a while now, and we've been fortunate to have a lot of success, and I've kind of learned over the years something I didn't necessarily know going into it, that people obviously want to know what you sound like on the radio or what you look like on TV, but I've come to find out it matters to them even more, I think, that they know who you are as a person. And so when I'm writing songs or finding songs to record on my albums, I always try to, be cognizant of putting songs on there that give people a really good idea of who I am. And I think that just allows them to relate to you better. And who I am just happens to be a small town kid from Arkansas who, loves hunting and fishing. And so there, obviously is some music on our albums that show that side of me off.
Justin's new album, Off the Beaten Path, hits the shelves in September, and he'll be on tour this fall. He puts on a great show, so catch him if you can. Back at the ranch, it's a new day.
Justin, what's the game plan for today?
Try to kill a big one. It's about, 6:15, something like that. A little bit of wind today. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, so hopefully the rain will hold off today, and we'll get a chance to see some good deer. We got in the stand, or in the blind, probably about 6:30. It took a while for it to get, light this morning. You could tell through the binoculars there was 3 or 4 deer out there, and we thought a couple of them were bucks, but we didn't know how good they were. There's 2 or 3 pretty good ones here. Yeah, that one with the split G3 looks good. We had 3 or 4 nice bucks in on us from the time it got daylight and before. And it's pretty windy today, so that I think helped and hurt us. We kind of got away with some things. When it gives you an opportunity, let's get that gun up. I think we better take it there. Okay. Whenever you get your shot that you're comfortable with, Justin, you crush it. Whenever you're ready. He was quartered a little bit. It wasn't too bad, and I had a clear shot, and I was fortunate enough to put a good shot on him.
You hit him hard, boy. You hit him hard.
That's what it's all about. I've hunted 25 years and ain't never seen that. Man, what a rush. That was just, that was a blast. As long as I've hunted and many deers I've killed, I've never had the opportunity to see deer like that, much less get a chance to shoot one, and that was just that was a thrill of a lifetime, man. That's why you come to Texas to do this. They're few and far between back home in Arkansas. You can find some good deer, but you gotta be a lot better than I am. And
that's a good.
So that is.
Little character points right there, little stickers coming out.
How old do you think this deer is?
No, that's a 5.5-year-old deer down here. You know, this part of Texas here, their body size is a little smaller than deep South Texas. I mean, nutrition is not as good here. They feed a lot of protein here, and this will be a 5.5-year-old deer.
Man,
that's a good one.
A big thanks to Ken Jones and his staff at Rock Canyon Ranch. If you're interested in booking a hunt, give them a call or look them up online at huntrcr.com. And thanks to Cabela's for helping us put this hunt with Justin together.
I'm obviously so thankful that we decided to come down here to South Texas and do this. And you know, Cabela's and I have had a great relationship for a couple of years now, and I've enjoyed getting to know those guys. And this right here proved to me that we made the right call by coming down here and doing this. I've always wanted to kill a big Texas whitetail, and now we've done it.
Pick up Justin Moore's new album, Off the Beaten Path. And for concert information, videos, and more, check out BigMachineLabelGroup.com. Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, is your online source for the latest industry news, product reviews, and more. Give us a look at AmericanaOutdoors.com. This has been a Careco TV presentation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.